Babe,
Hey.
we in the building.
Hi, Erica.
We about to
How
get
you
started.
doing? We're finally doing it after all this time.
Yes.
We can't see you, Zan.
What? I'm working.
Okay. All right. Okay.
Do you have more? Hi, Erica. You have more sparkling waters, Don?
No, that's Celsius. It's an energy drink.
Oh, no, I can't do
from
that.
the vitamin shop.
Oh, no,
All right,
no,
they're
that
waiting
would
for
not
me,
be
babe.
fair.
Just let you know we're going. You have any words of advice? All
Take
right,
your
we
time,
doing
young
it.
man.
Love you.
Don't overthink it. Don't ramble.
I won't.
He does that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe I should videotape myself.
What'd you say?
Tell a story.
That's it. We talked about it. All right. There we go. All right.
Oops.
All right. You ready? I'm waiting. You ready?
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to do this video thing. Hold on. I'm trying to turn it around. Okay. Yes.
All right. We're good. Ha ha! Welcome, folks. Welcome to Storyteller Certified, as we present our segment series under Istwa, Culture Chronicles.
Yes.
In this episode of Istwa, Culture Chronicles, we embark on a captivating journey through diverse cultures as our guests share their personal stories of growing up in the States with foreign parents or guardians. Our guests will go into their lifestyle, their cultural differences and dynamics between generations, as well as the impact on their upbringing, on their identities and career paths. Through these candid discussions, we would explore the nuances of our parents' perceptions regarding their children's careers, their expectations, shedding light on challenges faced by young individuals in navigating life. With a blend of seriousness and humor, we explore the gaps and bridges between parents and children, touching upon trends, fashion, style, food, career choices, you name it. Beyond the laughter of lies, there's a deeper exploration of how these experiences have shaped our guests into the individuals who they are today. Through their career journeys, they have discovered their purpose, driven by lessons learned from the cultural background and the values instilled by their families. Today, we are proud to have my good friend, my Haitian queen, my VSU compadre, Cindy Dominique. Now, Cindy, welcome.
Thank you.
Cindy comes to us with over 25 years of experience providing multicultural professional counseling services, facilitating trainings and workshops, crisis intervention, and coaching to a wide variety of persons and environments to include individuals, groups, couples, families, military, corrections, and in law enforcement capacity. She focuses on trauma, substance use disorders, employee resilience, and issues of diversity. I don't want to keep talking because I want Cindy to tell her story, and I don't want to run into words that my Haitian behind will flub up and say incorrectly, and then my wife will be looking at me crazy. Cindy, welcome to our show.
Thank you, Don. How are you?
Great. Thank you so much for being on our... You know what? Please correct me. Dr.
Exactly.
Cindy Dominique. And I should know better than that.
I know, because I earned that.
Yeah, and I've known you too long for me not to say
too
that.
long,
And you don't want to mess up Haitians' titles.
No, you do
by
not.
not saying that.
I work hard for my stuff, you know.
Thank you so much, and welcome
you.
to our show, Cindy. Look, we're just going to dive right
I'm
into it.
so happy to be here. Thank you,
I
Don.
know you are, because we've talked about this how long?
For a very, very, very long time, over 2 or 3 years.
Yes, I know. And I've been getting hazed up by my wife, too. She was like, dude, just do it already, because there's so many stories that we can talk about. Foreigners. First, we talked about Haitians, but of course, I know foreigners have stories of who they are and how they got them to where they are today. But look, you take the mic. Please tell us who you are and a little bit about you, and basically,
Okay.
where does your family come from?
So my name is Dr. Cindy Dominique, and I was born and raised in Far Rockaway, Queens, New York. My family comes from Haiti, the small little island of Haiti, and it was the first independent nation in the Western Hemisphere. And so with that heritage alone, you know you have fire inside. And so no matter what, there's whenever there's a struggle, you have to just keep fighting no matter what. And so I guess that's where I come from.
What values were so prominent in your household growing up Haitian?
Personal ethics, integrity, mindfulness about how you appear in the world, because you can't go out looking crusty. Everything
that.
has to be prim and proper when you go to church, and church was a very important part of my growing up.
Yep.
Every Sunday my mother would wake me up and I just didn't want to go to church, but you got to go to church. So church really played a significant role in my my being raised or growing up or experiencing life. Let's see, what else?
Well, that's an interesting topic that you bring up, and I'm going to jump into it real quick. I had a good experience and an interesting experience. I'm not going to say bad for church. I had an aunt that would come pick me up out of all my brothers, and we would be in church for hours.
Yes.
The Catholic Church is 45 minutes.
That's not Haitian churches.
Yeah,
It was 3 hours on Sundays.
Easily.
Yes.
So I'm sitting there. So the second time I was like, yo, Ma, you got to give me some fruit or something to go in there. Did you ever have those experiences?
Absolutely. That's why I didn't really like going to church. And I went to Catholic school Monday through Friday, and then I would have Mass on Wednesdays, right? Or every other Wednesday.
Yes, churched out.
Yeah, I was really churched out. But on Sundays, my mother, she changed religions because she wanted to find a religion that fed her. So we went to Pentecostal. We went to Lutheran. We went to Baptist. We went to so many different types of churches. And it seemed like all of them were 3 hours long. And as a kid, I'm like, why is this pastor screaming in my ears? All I want to do is sleep and eat. So, yeah, my church was very much there in my world. However, was it the best? No, because as a kid, I was hungry.
I know, but
and wanted to sleep.
And guess what? We still wake up and pray. We still go to sleep and pray. We still utilize all these values that our Haitian parents taught us to pray. And then now we're passing them along to our family, young folks.
Yes.
You pray today? Est-ce que vous priez?
Yes,
Vous
you
priez?
have to.
Did you pray before you eat?
And who did you pray for?
Exactly.
That's important.
Facts.
Who are you praying for?
Yeah. So moving along, how do you think your cultural background has influenced your perspectives on life, career choices, and relationships? Now, keep in mind we're relating these things to our cultural background. So touch base on that.
So, as a Haitian American woman, when you talk about relationships, that's it played a significant role in how I look at men. Because my parents were married, but my father cheated on my mother, had 2 kids. And funny thing is, my mother recognized my siblings.
Right.
And they were never half, they were my brothers and sisters. But it seemed like when I looked at all the men in my family.
Vagabond.
Who you telling?
You're not that y'all know what vagabond means.
Yes.
Tell them what vagabond.
Papa was a rolling stone. Boom, 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 boom.
Vagabond is
yes.
what we say Haitian bomb rolling.
Yes.
Rolling stone.
He was a rolling stone. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And I noticed that a lot of Haitian men were married. Right. And stayed married, but still had kids outside of their marriages, and then expected the wives to accept it. Another thing that I noticed growing up is that my mother would feed my father first, and he would get the biggest piece of meat or chicken. Right. And I'm like, that's not fair. I don't like that. Yeah. So I would cozy up to my daddy. I'm like, I want that. I want that. And so I would eat all the good food. Right. But I saw how my mother put my father on this pedestal and put him first.
Yeah.
And what she received in return wasn't the same.
I know.
It wasn't equitable. And so for me, that was something that raised, when I was growing up, that's what I looked at, being independent and about equity, no matter who that person is in my world. What's fair is fair. And if you do something that breaks somebody's heart or something that you injure someone in some type of way, you need to rectify that.
Yeah. It's so interesting that you say that, because it's like a psychological problem that we did. And I'm going to tell you from it was all guys. It's all brothers. And what you said, it wasn't a fair marriage to me. Same thing. I think, I'm not speaking for all other Haitians and families, but I remember, because I know some families that have great relationships with their parents. But I just remember as I was growing up, I was like, I don't want to be like that. Like I was like, I didn't want to have a big wallet, but I have a big wallet with mad papers. But I was just like, I don't want to be like that. Great man, took care of the family, but I was like, but I don't want to do some of these things he did. And I also remember, it's like you mentioned about the food. We would all be sitting there with our arms crossed, and like first the food, he would have this platter, this plastic
Yes.
thing, and they would lift it. The bun was there, that's plantains.
The bun, the
bun
salad.
was there, the salad, and then after he was served like a king, then we were waiting for us to be served.
We would get the crumbs.
Yeah, I'm sitting there like, yo, is that what's gonna happen when I'm in the future? Like when I'm older? So I never really understood that, and I was like, you treating him like a king?
I'm the baby of 4 girls, so I'm like, my sisters would put me, Cindy, go do something. Okay.
Right.
Daddy, I want this. How the hell are you getting this good piece of meat? And
Right.
you got 4 daughters here.
Never understood
that stood out to me.
Yeah.
Relationships. But what else did you have on there, Don?
No,
that
I
you
mean,
asked
no,
me?
you kind of answered the questions. I actually wanted to move from inside the house, actually, a little bit outside of the house. You did answer it.
Okay.
To, like, growing up as a Haitian, tell us a story about being a Haitian in an American neighborhood. Because everyone was like, oh, there go the Haitians on the corner. That's how they was like, there go the Haitians on the corner. They get beatings, but they do get good food. I just remember that was the thing. The Haitian brothers are on the corner. Don't mess with the Napoleons.
Well, the thing about me, where I grew up in Queens, in Far Rockaway, all my friends were from a different country.
Right.
All my friends were first generation kids of people who immigrated to the U.S. So when you talk about the Haitian, everybody was from somewhere else. So you
Right.
had my friends, Puerto Rican, Dominicans, Colombians, Jamaicans, Africans. Everybody came from somewhere else.
Right.
And so it really wasn't that different.
Yeah, it was but you grew up in
Far Rockaway.
right, so yeah, there's mad foreigners there.
Mad foreigners,
Yeah, so
yes.
if there were jokes on certain families, everyone was getting joked, and
Well-
there was looking at all the families, everyone was doing foreign things.
Exactly. Well,
Yeah.
I could tell you a joke, though, because
Right.
I went to Catholic school, and my uniform was brown, yellow, and white. But as a Haitian girl,
Yeah.
my ribbons in my hair never matched my
Yeah,
uniform.
mad ribbons.
And barrette,
Yeah.
they never matched my uniform.
Yeah.
So that's how they knew I was Haitian,
Yeah.
because of the barrettes and the ribbons. Yes.
Tell me, are you a little bit traumatically hurt by? So this is viewers, listeners. When the summer would go by, and then it would be the new year, you just expected new uniform. You needed
Yes.
crisp uniform, because when you were going back, everyone had crisp. So in my mind, my dad was like, he was a breadwinner, so we was like, yo, we getting new uniforms. I remember when he started doing his weirdness with the other ladies, one summer we ain't get new uniforms. So my mom was like, she was always on top of it, so she backed it up, had everything in the cleaners. I just saw cleaners hanging in the closet. I was traumatically
You're like-
messed up. I'm like, yo, what happened to the UPS man that's dropping off the box? We not getting new uniforms?
Well, I'm the baby. And
Oh,
so
hand-me-downs.
I had a hand-me-down uniform, a couple of them. My mother wasn't going to pay for it because my parents divorced when I was like 5 or 6.
Right.
And my father didn't pay child support or anything.
Yeah.
So my mother, hand-me-downs, or she would sew things and make things for us. So
Right.
yeah, she would make our clothes. Yeah, that's the beauty of it, that she would make our clothes. My mother was really ingenious and resourceful and
Right.
resilient in everything she did.
Right.
And I think for me, that's what I gathered
Right.
from my mother. I think I learned so much more from my mother than my father. What I did learn from my father is not to depend really on men, because
Shaping who you are today.
exactly. So it's very difficult for me to even ask people for assistance or to just to speak and say what I need from a man.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah. So I have to go back to a food question to you,
Yes.
but we're talking about clothes, so I'm gonna stick to that too. We're talking about clothes, so I'm gonna stick to that too. So I'm gonna go back to the food question. But you and I were joking about it before we came in. We're also talking about it now.
Yes.
Everything that Patience said is like, you look like a bum. Don't look like a bum. A bum basically is not like a bum, like a homeless person on the street. It's more of like, don't look like a thug. Right?
You
So-
have to represent us in
Right.
this certain way.
What was the whole thing? Like, what story can you share about them telling you don't look like a bum? Because, like, real quick, I'm gonna explain something. Back in the day, we had bombers and quarter-villes. Those
Yes.
were the coats.
Yes.
Everybody had them. My dad didn't buy them for us the first year they came out. He's like, you're not gonna go to school to do like a bomb so somebody could rob you. So finally, the year after when they weren't in style no more, he bought them. So we all was coming to school trying to think we was cool. I remember my youngest brother got like the last one at David Burr. So stuff that they say shaping us who we are, the truth. We were hanging out in the corner when we weren't supposed to by a library that closed at 5 and it was 7 o'clock. What happened? Somebody jumped up on the side of the car and tried to rob us for the coat.
Oh.
We run through the park.
But see, we grew up in the 80s, and so we had those experiences. For girls, it was the door knocker earrings.
Yeah.
And you couldn't wear certain clothes because you look like a bum or you look like an American. And so we wanted...
Not saying that looking like an American is a bad thing, y'all.
No, but from
there,
our parents' perspective, they didn't want you to assimilate so much into the world of being American. You still want to carry your Haitian culture and Haitian ethnicity on the outside.
Upholding.
It's like this veil that you have to wear, and that's how you knew who was from somewhere else.
Keep in mind, correct me if I'm wrong, Cindy, if anybody could dig deeper into like Haitian history is royalty. People, what they see on television and what they show this whole image, and other countries could talk about this too. They was like, oh, you guys are poor, you don't have anything. Haiti was at the top tier echelon of bouginess.
Absolutely.
Like, I'm talking about cotillions and everything. So that's why the Haitians, when our parents came here, they upholded us. We couldn't even get flat tops. We couldn't get fades.
It was really about the appearance and how the reflection of your family and the reflection of the country, like you said.
Exactly. One time we went to the shop, he dropped us off at Benjamin's. I was the barbershop guy. And he was just like, cut their hair. So our haircut was just shave it off, no hairline. You ain't got nothing. So we got our haircuts.
A Frenchie.
And we was like, Benjamin, Dad said we can get flat tops. He was like, you sure? I was like, yeah. He can't call them. So he ain't no cell phones. We all got flat tops. So he faded it. I mean, it was clean. He came home. He used to come from work like 8 p.m. for his royal dinner, right? We took we took water, we combed our flat tops back and plaited it down. Everyone sat catty corner on the table like this.
So
he couldn't see it. Homeboy sat down to eat and was like, trying to look. He was going back and forth trying to look at our heads. We was like, what? Finally, he just got up, grabbed our head. He twisted it. I hurt my neck, my own neck.
Jesus.
Twisted it, man. He took everybody downstairs and shaved their heads off.
Embarrassing.
Mind you, we got on a 3-way calls earlier than telling everybody, we got flat tops. Napoleon's had no flat tops.
3-way calls were popular back then.
We had no flat tops. Did y'all have those issues with hair? Like,
no.
I know with guys we did.
No, we didn't, because it was all girls, so we didn't have those issues. No.
Right.
No.
Okay, so you and I earlier were talking about one thing that I want to go back to.
Okay.
Food.
Yes.
So there's food. We lived in America, but there's food that we didn't eat.
Yes.
Okay, so we had pancake day at the Catholic school. We never had pancakes. I don't know why. We don't cook pancakes. We didn't have them when we were growing up in Haiti. I don't know. So we sat at the table. They were passing out the pancakes. I'm sitting there looking at the pancakes, trying to be cool. Amber's looking at me. Amber Andrews looking at me. She was like, "What's wrong? You never had pancakes?" I was like, "Yeah, I had pancakes." No. So everyone's eating their pancakes. They was like, "You're not gonna put syrup on it?" And I was like, "No, I'm not. No, why? That's how I eat it. Dry as hell. My mouth was dry." Finally, Janina was looking like, "Yo, this cat ain't never had pancakes before, right?" Do you have any of those?
I know when I was in high school, I went inner city school in New York, August Martin High School, and primarily Black and Latino students. Yeah. People would talk about greens. I didn't know what greens were because greens are not a vegetable. Right. We have legume, we have eggplant, we have all these different things, but we don't have greens. Right. So when people were talking about greens, I was like, I don't know what that is. I've never had it before. Right. And so, yeah, that was something for me. And then when I went to college, people talked about chitlins. I didn't know what that was. Right.
No, I didn't know what chitlins were.
I didn't know what that was. I didn't know what it was because we never had them. Nope. We ate tripe. I used to like tripe. But I didn't know what chitlins were. I didn't know what greens were. There was some culturally African-American things that I wasn't aware of. Right. And so, yes, this is all learning by going to school and exposure.
I don't know if this occurred in anywhere you grew up, but like chicken, we rarely went to the store to get a chicken. We used to go to Englishtown. The first time we went, he bought a live chicken. First of all, we were mad scared in the van going home. We was like, why this dude got this live chicken in here, right?
Oh, Lord.
Brought the joint in the basement, bust his neck, killed it, and then took it up to my mom, cleaned it, and made her cook it, which is normal at home.
So my mother would get guinea hen or guinea fowl and do that with. She would buy chicken and stuff, but sometimes she would go to the market and they would kill it there and pluck it for her, and then she would bring it home.
And wanted us to eat it.
It was good, though.
Bruh, when we saw the live chicken, and then we heard it yelling, and then it was dead, and
you
then we
may
had
have
to
been
eat
traumatized, but that sucker was good in your mouth.
It was.
Yeah, it sure was. Yes.
So, it's so funny because we talk about all these stories, and we talk about, like, do you see yourself living and mimicking so many of the things that we thought was like, oh, it ain't cool to be Haitian, it ain't cool to do these things as an adult?
I'm very proud to say I'm
Me too.
Haitian.
Very proud. Very
as you
proud.
call me the Haitian sensation. What?
Very proud.
I'm very proud to say I'm Haitian. Everywhere I go, I try to represent, but not only for Haiti, but for Cindy.
Right.
Because I'm a reflection. My name is a reflection of who I am.
Right.
And so growing up, my name was Cindy Joseph, right? Before my father came to this country, he changed his name because he didn't want to be too Haitian.
And why do Haitians have mad names? But go ahead.
I did
That's
not
a whole
know.
other conversation.
But in 2009, I legally changed my name to the family last name, which is Dominique, because I wanted to represent my family, Cindy, and who it is to be this Haitian person.
Right. So we're moving along. We're moving on to like education. That's why I have to put
Yes.
my hand on my chin. Getting ready to go to school, choosing the school, choosing the career, choosing the path. What was the influence that not these people, our folks wanted us to do and be? The reason why I asked that is because for Christmas, we received kits. My kit was a doctor kit. Rudy had a dentist kit. Everyone had a kit, a professional kit.
We didn't have
We
kids.
do none of that.
We really got what we wanted, but my older sisters were nurses. My mother was a nursing assistant, but that wasn't really what I want. Unfortunately, my mother died when I was 14. So I was very traumatized because she died in a fire in our home. And so my mother's last boyfriend, his daughter, she was like my sister, she was in college at the time, and she was majoring in psychology. And that's when I decided, I said, okay, this is what I need to do because of my personal experience. This is the route that I want to focus on. But I was just talking to my best friend Liz yesterday in the sense of when I was applying for college, my sisters didn't really help me. My father really wasn't involved. So I did everything myself as a 15, 16, 17-year-old young girl. I applied to college. I did the FAFSA.
I think all of Gen X did this.
I did it all.
Yeah.
My sisters dropped me off at college with a suitcase, and I navigated financial aid. I navigated
That
registering
is a normal story
for
for
my
us.
classes. I did everything. I worked my 3 jobs. People like, Cindy, we never see you. That's because I had to work.
Was there any pushback from the family, like when they knew what you were going to school for?
Initially, no. It wasn't until I graduated.
Well, that was the other question too. So
Did I graduate?
What's next? Like we get so many not defenses, but like high expectations. Like, so
Yes.
what's next? Like,
So,
how did you?
As soon as I graduated with my bachelor's, I stayed at Virginia State and got my master's.
Oh, Cindy's a doctor.
Not yet.
Yeah,
not
I know.
yet.
I know,
not
but
yet.
they did. They thought so probably.
No, they didn't. Oh, no. So I went back home to New York,
Right.
and I saw certain things that were happening from my experience, my educational experience, that I said we could do better. And I started going to therapy, and my sisters and my other family
Isn't
members.
therapy a no-no in our
They
community?
thought I was crazy.
There you
Cindy,
go.
why are you going to do that?
Yeah.
You're good.
Yeah.
No, I'm not
No
good.
Haitian people do need a therapy.
I had trauma
Yeah.
because I lost my
Trauma.
mother.
What is that?
Yeah, what is stress? What is
Yeah.
stress? What is that? Quizás ça
Right.
right?
Yeah.
And so for me, I was like, I'm not in a good space mentally.
Right.
I didn't know how to describe it,
I'm
but
so happy you noticed that though.
Well, I needed to. I was aware. I had insight. I was being introspective.
Right.
What's happening with me? I have eczema, for example. My eczema flared up so bad. I had patches on my face, my hands. It just flared up. And what I found out is that eczema is exacerbated by stress.
That's a educational thought.
Absolutely.
If people are concerned about itching. I know. I can relate to that because when I'm stressed, I notice that I break out.
Yes, and that's your body's response to this experience that you're having, and it's basically your nervous system responding.
Right. Wow.
Yes.
So
I've had a lot of life.
No pushback. But when you became a doctor, what was that conversation like?
Everybody was very proud of me.
Yes, promoting.
Yeah, they were promoting.
Oh, yes.
They were promoting. Yeah, that's my sister.
Oh, it's Cindy.
That's my daughter.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Doctor.
Dr. Cindy Dominique.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everybody was very proud of me because they knew how much determination, how much, what's the word? Tenacity it took for me to complete my degree. My degree was 6.5 years long. And there were days, my first year, I cried almost every single day because that was a difficult, rigorous program.
I know, with everything that you went through, and congratulations on that, and also everything that you've been doing and helping people and changing their lives. It's so funny because our parents and our family wanted so much for us. As adults, now we understand and we value that.
Absolutely.
And, we're looking at it from another perspective. And, somebody takes time. Like I sent you a clip the other day about the Nigerian singer and how dramatic his parents were. For years, my parents had no idea. For a while, I was a reporter. For a while, I was a journalist. And then after a while, they was like, we don't know. Then it spread through the family that, don't forget to just take pictures. He's just a photographer, at parties. That was it.
But they didn't realize.
Yeah, they didn't realize. Then when I won an Emmy, and then it sort of spread. Even the ones that didn't even understand what it was, they was like, I don't see him on television. But they was like, he won an Emmy.
Yes.
So I remember one Christmas, it was so funny. It wasn't even too long ago. My mom was like arguing with her cousins, her weird cousin, and he was like, he's just a photographer. It was like they were arguing about what their kids do. So I was like, all right, I just made a book for her on Etsy and then put all the pictures and things that I was involved in. Man, when I sent that for Christmas, she opened it up like this. She was so damn proud. She was like,
that is awesome.
Wait till I see.
It's really difficult for me to hear all the things that I've done.
Right.
Because for me, it just felt as if I didn't have a choice.
Right.
I had to do these things in order to navigate my world. And when I look back, I'm like, damn, I did a whole lot.
Yeah.
Yes, I've been in every facet of psychology. I've worked in prisons. I've done private practice. I've worked in federal government. I've gone overseas to work as a contractor.
I know.
So I've done it all. I've worked in group homes, psych hospitals, you name it.
Yeah.
And so I'm really marketable.
Yes.
And I think I did the damn thing. How about that?
I would close with that, but I do want this reflecting on your career journey. How has your cultural background and upbringing shaped your sense of purpose, your passion of life, and the insights gained along the way? That's such a bundled question.
Yes.
We have a few minutes, but I just want to know.
You use the word passion.
Yeah.
I believe in what I do inside out. It's not just my job. This is my world. This is what I live and breathe. From a young girl who lost a mother.
You do it.
Yes. And I see how going to therapy helped me. So I really believe that it's important that Black women or Black people in general or people of color to get the support services that they need. It's not just for white people. So being a Haitian American woman has led me to say that I will fall, but I'm going to keep getting back up every single time, no matter how many times I fall.
Right.
It's about resilience, and it's about keep going no matter how many struggles, how many barriers, whatever it is, just to keep moving.
Listen, giving back and understanding a relationship is so much. We've known each other for over 30 years.
I know, we're old.
And here's the thing, people be like, oh yeah, I don't even know what my friend does. We've actually have used each other's, literally.
Yes.
When y'all were promoting the tour, when I had some things
more
going on with my family members.
Yes.
And I'm so grateful and happy that you'll be able to do that. Tell people if they're looking for you and how can they find you, just a good way to be able to just contact you.
Well, my website is being updated, so when it comes online again, it's www.lifechangepsych.com. services.com, and I could be reached at 443-718-9733. And the name of my business is Life Change Psychological Services.
Why?
Because we have to go through changes. And there was a meme with a caterpillar talking to a butterfly. And I think the caterpillar said to the butterfly, "I see that you changed." And the butterfly said, "Yeah, we have to." So we have to make changes in our world so that way we can be the best versions or the newest versions of ourselves.
I love that terminology so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
Being
much,
the
Don.
best version of who we are
Yes.
is the goal of reaching the purpose
Yes.
of where we need to go.
And may I say one more thing?
Of course.
Life is never in final draft. It's always in design.
I love that. That's a dope statement.
Thank you very
you for
much. Thank you,
sharing
thank you.
your time on Istwa. You are
Thank
our
you.
pilot first.
I so appreciate
and amazing,
this.
and we can't wait to bring you back. But when you come on Istwa, and when you come on Storyteller Certified, you
got a
get
hat,
some
I got a
gear.
hat.
You know what I'm saying? You get gear. Because I want you to continue sharing your story. I want you to continue
I had
blessing
to buy
people.
gear from you last year.
I know what you're getting a gift now. Thank you, y'all. Until again, Istwa,
Thank you.
storytelling.
All right.
That's what we do.
Thank you.
I think we did.